Bro, actually, I have this. I have to talk about this thing today. So today is 5th of November, which, as we all know, is the election day in the USA. I'm not an American, so I'm saying this as I'm giving my outside perspective as someone who is not an American. I'm a Nigerian. Do you understand? I'm a Nigerian, and everybody's talking about how this election is the most important election in history. True, like there is no doubt about that this is going to be like the most important election in the history, because whatever the outcome, it's going to affect the rest of the world in different ways, positively and negatively. There are places where it's going to affect it positively, because maybe whoever, if Kamala Harris wins, there are people that it's going to favor. There are countries it's going to favor. Fucking China, Iran, Russia, all these people that are like they are hoping that she actually wins, because they know that they can take advantage of her. They know that she's not competent. They know that she's not. There's literally nothing about her that says that she's the right president. But then if Trump wins, actually, there's a lot that is going to happen. I'm sure even there I just saw this video right now that in Portland, people are like kind of boarding up their stores. Everybody's getting ready for the outcome of the results of the election. People are kind of scared that they are going to be riots. There are going to be people who don't agree with the results, and so forth, and so on and so forth. That's not actually what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is this. There are people that, you know how there's this saying, don't ever look up to your how do they even say it? There's something they say about idols, right? Don't ever meet your heroes. Exactly. I'm not going to say that any of these people I'm calling today are anywhere near anything like resembling heroes of mine. They are nothing close to you. They are just people that I used to admire in the past. You understand? I used to admire minus one person. One of them I've never admired in my entire life, but he just happens to be among the people I'm going to talk about today. So, what do I actually want to talk about today? I want to talk about people I used to respect in the digital space, but I no longer have respect for because of their stance on the election. I no longer have respect for them because of Donald Trump, basically. So, but the first point I want to make is that, first of all, I'm not really as in support for Donald Trump as so many other people are. I admit that there is this almost cultish support for him, but then again, one can also say the same with people who are also supporting Kamala Harris. But then when it comes to Donald Trump, the cultish support that he has gathered, or he's gaining, let me say that it's kind of there's a positive expectancy of it. Like, people are supporting him because people are tired of the bullshit. People are supporting him because people are tired of the lies. People are tired of the silencing. People are tired of the deceit. People are tired of everything that's been going on for the past 4 years. Anybody now who has an iota of sense, who happens to be able to reason a little bit, we know that supporting Donald Trump is saving mankind. Because if he loses this election, bro, the world is going to change. The world as we know it is going to change. So I'm not going to say that I support him fully. He's not perfect. I've never said that he's perfect. Nobody even agrees that he's perfect. He has so many flaws. But then, if we put aside our biases, if you put aside your piled up biases that you've had for him, and just try to reason, just try to open your eye and understand and listen to what he's actually saying, listen to what he says about his rescue for America, his rescue for the common man, his rescue for Americans, actually. If you just try to remove the hate that you have for him, you see that he says a lot of things that make actual sense. He says a lot of things that are actually progressive, that will actually save America, that will actually save Americans, that will actually bring back America to that state of reputability. Because right now America does not have any. America now is losing its reputation. Not a lot of countries respect America as they used to in the past. So that's not what I'm not going to say that he's like the best candidate. In fact, initially it wasn't my, like, I'm not, first of all, I'm not, I have to make the point again that I am not American. I'm Nigerian, as you can tell by my accent. But the fate of Nigeria actually rests on who becomes president today, who actually wins the election in America today. The fate of Nigeria hangs on also the fate of America. So what I want to talk about today are people that I used to respect in the past, people that I used to have reverence for in the past, but I no longer have reverence for them because of their stance on Donald Trump. First person that comes to my mind is Philip DeFranco. We all know him. He has like almost 7 million followers on YouTube. He's like this guy that says a lot of stuff every morning. In fact, like, this is somebody that I used to respect so much in the past. I used to respect him so much because of his stance, because of his journalistic style, because of how witty he is, because of how the way he talks, because of his in fact, we all know who he is, right? We all know who Philip DeFranco is, and this is somebody I respect a lot. Every morning when I wake up and while I'm working out, he's the first person I listen to. Like, he's my CNN. You understand? He has always been my CNN. I've been subscribed to him for like as long as I can remember. He has always been my CNN. And he's the person I listen to every morning while I'm working out. But then I started to notice that this guy's take on the election, like, this guy's not even his take on the election, his take on Donald Trump in general, was kind of like sounding weird to me. I know I'm not the only person that this is affecting. I know that there are so many other people that are kind of losing friends and losing loved ones and losing people that they care about because of their differences in who they choose to vote for. But in this case now, I'm sure he does not know who I am, but he's just someone that I used to admire in the past and I've admired for a very long time. And he started to sound to me like he doesn't understand. Either he doesn't understand that. Either he doesn't understand what the consequences of his actions will be, or he's just too, I don't know, opinionated and too myopic or too stupid, in fact, to realize that. Like, do you not understand that telling people with the platform that you have, do you not understand that deterring people from Donald Trump and then driving them towards voting for Kamala Harris is essentially an end to your own freedom? Like, how do you not understand that, Philip DeFranco? Like, do you understand that this person was not, nobody put her, like, she was chosen, she was not voted for. Nobody put her in that seat. Nobody, like, fucking 8 months ago, nobody knew nobody knew anything that she was all about. It's just the same thing, like, it's just the same thing with Melania Trump when she was first lady, when Donald Trump was like the president, and then she was his first lady. Like, I always ask myself the question, what did Melania Trump even do while her husband was like the president? It's the same thing with Kamala Harris. Like, what was she known for? Nobody can pinpoint exactly what her policies were, what she added, like what she brought to the table to push America further towards progress. Nobody can pinpoint any tangible thing that she has done, and yet you, Philip DeFranco, you keep like propping her up. How? Why? Like, what? As in, what do you think that you're going to gain from her? As in, why is she so appealing to you? What is it about her that you find so appealing and so agreeing with, that you think, oh, she's better than, like, she's 100% objectively better than Donald Trump? Is it her stance on abortion? Like, why is America so obsessed with abortion? That is the one that I don't even understand. Like, why are you Americans so obsessed with abortion? Do you not know how to like use a condom? Do you not know how to like refrain from or premature sex? Like, do you people not know how to like control yourselves? I understand that, yes, abortion doesn't only have to do with people who don't know how to control themselves and people who don't know how to fucking, I don't know, use a condom or something like that. we all understand where the concept of abortion is rightfully applicable. Like there is no law in America that says that like every instance of abortion is unacceptable. That is not what I don't think. I'm not an American, so I might not necessarily know the entire ins and outs of it. But I don't think, even like in my country, Nigeria, like I don't think that like it's in all cases where abortion is just totally illegal. It doesn't make any sense. But then again, why is it that your only like concern about the future of America is based on your stance on abortion? Like is abortion the only thing that like I don't understand your mentality. Now, why is that the only thing that you care about? Or why do you think that Donald Trump is not capable of also doing that while at the same time making life easier for the rest of Americans and also the rest of the world, and then ensuring that there is peace and no wars and stuff like that? Do you people understand what it means to be in a situation? Do you know what nuclear war is, Philip DeFranco? Do you understand what nuclear war is? Do you know that if Kamala Harris becomes president today, that she's going to lose her, as in order for her to like kind of feel like she is being respected, she will take drastic measures. She will do things that don't make any immediate logical sense. She will do things that, as in, she will do illogical things, and then it will like kind of cascade into like a series of unexpected and unwanted events. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? As in, the rest of the world don't care about your abortion laws. If people cannot like handle, if you cannot handle the situation, if you cannot handle maternal situations and pregnancy situations, if you don't know how to like, first of all, people don't even know what women are in your country. People cannot even define what it is to be a woman in your country, and yet you're so obsessed with abortion. Meanwhile, put it as in just foregoing every other thing. So this guy now, Philip DeFranco, somebody that I used to respect in the past, I no longer take him that seriously, because anytime he's talking about Donald, anytime like I'm watching his like as I was watching his show this morning, and he just there like saying stuff that don't even make any sense. Like I no longer take this guy seriously, or as in it just happened organically that I just found myself no longer taking him seriously because of where he stands. My guy does not even understand that the freedom that he has today is as a result of, as in, laws that have been put in place in the past that this Kamala Harris government want to kind of undermine and want to remove. They are always talking about how they're going to censor social media platforms and kind of, put like a lead on misinformation, whatever the fuck that means. Like, who are you to tell me that what I'm saying is misinformation? Has it not been proved time and time again that they are the ones that lie? I mean, look at what Obama, first of all, Obama came out and was scolding black men for not voting Kamala Harris. And then when that didn't work, he came out again to say that Trump was siding with racists during the in the past. That we all know we asked, and I'm not going to start explaining to you Americans what Obama said like 10 hours ago. You understand? So he oozes desperation, him and his wife. Obama was, I remember back in 2008 when this guy was like running for president, and I was 100% in support of him. I was even scared that they were going to assassinate him on that inauguration day. Everybody was like kind of obsessed with Obama in the past. It turns out that this guy was the Antichrist all along that people were saying that he was. Turns out that it was actually true that this guy is just like fucking the house slave, the puppet master all along. I never believe that there'll be a time when I'll no longer be in support, I'll no longer support Obama. I don't care who tells the truth. All I care is about the truth. That is my own. So if you, Philip DeFranco, if you're going to continue to stand on the wrong side of history, but either maybe because of your ignorance or because of your disposition to your bias, I don't know, or your mentality, or maybe because of where you are, because there are places where, like for example, I don't know where you live, but if you're living in a blue state, then it is possible that because you're living in a blue state, that your worldview is going to be warped and it's going to be bubbled by where you're staying. So I can no longer, in good faith, continue to take you seriously or continue to respect you the way I used to respect you in the past, unless maybe you change your mind, unless you come to terms with reality, because we are actually dealing with reality. We are dealing with reality in the sense that if things can go south, that is what people don't even understand. Things can go south quickly. There are civilizations in the past that used to think that they would live forever, that they will stand forever, that they will survive forever. We have the Roman civilization, we have the Greek civilization, we have the Egyptians. Bro, these are places, even like in Nigeria, we have the Edo civilization, bro. The Edo Empire, the Benin Kingdom. These are civilizations that thought that they would last forever. But because of some dumb shit, man, they no longer exist today. It can happen in America. It can happen in America. No, as in, don't think that it cannot happen to you. There are things that many people think they are so special that it cannot happen to them. It can always happen to you. And if you don't do the right thing, bro, it will surely happen to you. So in good faith, I can no longer respect Philip DeFranco again. I no longer take him as seriously as I used to take him. The only thing that maybe if I'm watching his show now, when he talks about celebrities or when he talks about who is fighting who, like those are the things that maybe I can just like give a hint of my attention to. But when it comes to politics, I just see him as just another puppet. The second person I want to talk about, even say, let me not talk. The second person I want to talk about is actually John Oliver. But before I go into John Oliver, I want to first of all tackle the celebrities in America that are endorsing Kamala Harris. Celebrities are not supposed to be taken seriously at all, especially actors. As in, whenever I see an actor in real life, I just always have this, ringing at the back of my mind that they are acting. The reason why I feel like actors, especially very good actors, the reason why I feel actors are weird is because when you're doing that kind of job for a very long time, you tend to find it very difficult because you have this, you've had layers and layers and layers of masks on your face. You tend to forget who you really are, and so when you find yourself in real life society, in the real world, you will not know how to like present yourself because you don't know yourself anymore. Look at somebody like Jonathan Majors. It's like that guy in real life, he's weird. Anytime I see like clips of him or videos of him online, like he always presents himself as this person that is like putting on like a body mask, or should I say a bodysuit. He doesn't know how to like act in real life. He's just odd. He's just weird. You understand? But he's a very brilliant actor. To me, like his own kind of style of acting is kind of tamam. Tamam means like okay in Turkish. So he's a very brilliant actor to me, or maybe he might not be as brilliant. He might not be a good actor to you, but to each their own. But to me, I like how he acts. You understand? But then in real life, he's just weird. Another person that comes to mind is Daniel Craig. I just saw this video of him now on Instagram where he dressed like, I don't even know what to call, and then he was like with a woman or something like that. No, I'm going to show you the clip, but it's just kind of weird watching him because this is somebody that was James Bond, like the man's man. You understand? Daniel Craig was like James Bond. He was like the coolest ever. But then in real life, you see this guy, you see these people. They're just odd. They're just like weird. Like, why are you dressing like this? Like, why can't you just dress normally? Why can't you just be normal? Why do you have to be so unnecessarily and weirdly and creepily over the top? Why can't you just dress like a normal human being and just act don't act, just be a normal human being? It's kind of weird. One more person that comes to mind is Pedro Pascal. Like, everybody loves him. The Mandalorian, The Last of Us, like he's in everything. Fantastic Four. He's literally everywhere right now. Everybody loves him. his acting style, his like demeanor and all of that stuff. But then in real life, we can all agree that he's weird, right? Like, why does he wear female clothes? Why is he like, is Pedro Pascal? I don't even know if he's gay or something, but he just acts weird. There's this famous clip of him where he was like holding, beckoning on Vanessa Kirby to like, I don't even understand. Like, why are actors weird? That is the first question I want to ask. We all know that actors are weird and they should not be taken seriously. They should just concentrate on acting. We don't need your opinion, because your opinion cannot be taken in good faith, because anybody that has any iota of sense will just see through it and think that you're acting. So we don't know. We don't know. You're just like the boy who eternally cried wolf. We cannot know when you're telling the truth. We cannot know when you're lying. So we just assume that you're acting all the time and not take anything that you say more than face value. So actors that are now, or celebrities now that are now like kind of that are now endorsing Kamala Harris, who in their right minds, who in their senses, or who in their sense of senses believes that any celebrity at all that is endorsing Kamala Harris is actually doing it genuinely. Like, why do people think that because these people are on television and because these people are celebrities and because these people have some, I don't know, semblance of respect, that they somehow are the jagabands of, politics? Like, why is it that people are gawking over the fact that, what is her fucking name, Beyonce or Cardi B or Usher or all the myriad of all these other celebrities, even the Marvel superheroes, like, why is it that my question is this: why is it that the powers that be think people are dumb enough that them using celebrities to further their cause is the right move, because people will fall for it? Like, now I'm talking to you personally. Why do you, I'm trying to look for the best way to put this question. You that you're listening to this, why do you agree to be thought of as dumb enough to endorse somebody based on a celebrity's opinion? Why are you letting them like take you for granted like that? Why, as in, if you're somebody that is going to vote for Kamala Harris because Beyonce told you to do so, or because Cardi B told you to do so, or because Usher told you to do so, or because Jennifer Lopez told you to do so, it says more about you than it actually says about them. Because, are you stupid or what? Like, are you dumb? Really? Seriously? Like, a celebrity, what is that fucking name now, Jennifer Lopez, that was crying on stage the other day? Like, is that it for you? You that you're listening to this now, and because of you that you're listening to this now and thinking of voting for Kamala Harris, like, is that what does it for you? Like, is that the height of your ability to think, that you're going to vote for Kamala Harris because a celebrity told you to do so? Don't you know that these people are being paid? They don't care. Is it not Cardi B that said months ago that she's not going to vote for anybody, or she's not going to, like, there's this clip of her talking about how she's not going to endorse anybody because the prices of stuff has gone up. But then just a few days ago, she then endorsed Kamala Harris. She wasn't even able to say stuff out of her head. She had to read from the teleprompter, and then when the teleprompter failed, she was just murmuring herself until somebody handed her a phone for her to read from. Like, is that your champion? That is my question. Is that your champion? Let's not even talk about the ratchet idiots that they throw at you people, because they know that you people don't have sense. They know that the people that are voting for Kamala Harris, they know that people don't have sense. People don't think. People don't reason. People are not. You're not learned. You're not literate. You're not in the 21st century. You don't have sense, basically. So they will throw Sexy Red at you. They will throw Megan Thee Stallion at you. They will throw even Eminem. Me that was thinking that Eminem would be the ultimate throw, that you go on that stage and just like curse out Kamala Harris. I was thinking that is the quintessential Eminem thing to do. Eminem going on stage, pretending that he's endorsing Kamala Harris. He goes on stage and curses everybody, curses anybody that is even in support of Kamala Harris. I was thinking that is what this nigga is going to do, but he didn't do it. I just lost respect for him. I was like, Eminem, wow, mama, they got you too, my nigga, they got you. Damn, that's fucked up, man. So these are the people that they throw at you people, hoping that you're going to swallow all their nonsense, hook, line, and sinker. They know, because people are dumb. I mean, we can compare it with the people that are in support of Donald Trump. You don't see all these idiots, even though maybe they do it like, I don't think I'm sure that there are celebrities that endorse Donald Trump, that are in support of Donald Trump. But it's not like they're going to come out on stage and fool themselves. They're not going to do it the way the Democrats are doing it. The people that he's surrounding himself with are intellectuals, people that actually have the interest of the people at heart. He surrounds himself with Vivek Ramaswamy, he's like mega mind. He's very intelligent. Elon Musk, very intelligent. RFK Jr., very intelligent. So many other people, that let's not even forget Tulsi Gabbard. See, let me tell you, it's not like we don't want a woman to be the president of America. I mean, there are female leaders all over the world. Do you understand? There have been very competent female leaders all over the world. Is Angela Merkel not a female leader? Was she not like a competent female leader? But it's just that Kamala Harris is not competent. She's not like it. You're not meant to be the president. Like, Kamala Harris is not qualified. She does not have any iota of qualification to be the most powerful person in the history of the world. No, it's not possible. So somebody like Tulsi Gabbard, she fits that position perfectly well. So these are the kind of people that Donald Trump is surrounding himself with. But yet, people still choose to overlook that and instead use celebrities to endorse Kamala Harris. If you are a Democrat, like, ask yourself, is that what you want? Is that how you want your story to be told? That you were in a position where you had the opportunity to stand on the right side of history, but instead you decided to let yourself be used by the Democrats because to them you're just like you're cannon fodder. You're not human. You're just another person. You're not even a person. You're another statistic. They use celebrities to like reel you in, and I don't even care about the celebrities that are being used as pawns to draw people in. I don't care about that. The only reason why I'm talking about celebrities today is because the one that like it kind of pained me the most when Nick Offerman, the person that's supposed to be the man's man, Ron Swanson endorsed Kamala Harris. Like, you, bro, are you not like Ron Swanson? Just for my hand, bro. Nick Offerman just like, as in, he just made me lose faith. Like, why would you do that kind of thing? As in, if there is anybody that would support Donald Trump, if there is anybody in this world that I feel would, if there is any like actor, any celebrity in this world that I feel would support Donald Trump, I always thought it would be Ron Swanson. I always thought it would be Nick Offerman. But goddamn, this guy just like, he just made me just lose every iota of respect I had for him by supporting Kamala Harris. What a shame, man. What a shame. So that's where we are. That's all I have to say about the celebrities that are endorsing and supporting Kamala Harris. As in, it's sad. It's sad that that's where they are standing on. That's the hill they are choosing to die on. It's just sad. So let's move over to what is his name now? John Oliver. He's a comedian. He's funny. I've always watched Last Week Tonight, always, because of how witty he is, because of how funny he is, because of how, as in, like, he captivating basically he is. And I always felt like, because it's on HBO and I just have this mentality of connecting HBO, connecting like Game of Thrones, anything like HBO and Game of Thrones, anything that has HBO on it, I just see it as on the same level as Game of Thrones. And so I just tend to think that there's quality in it. I just tend to think that there is substance to it. So because he has always been on HBO, I don't know if they still are, I don't know if they're still on HBO, because I know I actually think they are. But I've always felt like, he had common sense. Do you understand? I've always felt like, because he's always talking about it, to me, like from what I've been able to observe about him, he speaks the truth. Do you understand? He calls things out, he says stuff, and a lot of people tend to agree with him. So I've always felt like, oh, this person has common sense, and he has like a funny take on things, and he gets stuff done. When you fuck up, like, he'll treat your fuck up in a very funny way that even yourself, you have no other choice to like, but to kind of like concede and do what he tells you to do. That's who I've always seen John Oliver as. But when the scales started to fall from my eyes was when he was in support of the whole gender reassignment surgery going on in America with children. Not even like with children. No. There was there was one of the episodes I was watching where he was actually talking, it was his main topic. And then he was talking about the whole gender reassignment issue and stuff like that. And the way he went about it, just kind of like, as in all the whole biases I had towards him just fell off. And I was like, bro, are you saying that children are not like being mutilated by all these sadistic doctors and surgeons and stuff like that? Are you saying that children are not being taken advantage of by psychologists and overbearing parents and wolfish societies? Like, is that what you're trying to make me understand, that these things are not happening in America? That children that are being shown porn, essentially porn in schools, like, it's not happening? Bro, the way his take on, like, in that episode, his take on the whole matter, it just kind of made me, as in, I now started becoming so conscious of how much attention I paid to him. Like, I was no longer taking everything he said on face value. I was now like being more attentive. I was like, oh, I don't have to like just like believe whatever this guy is saying anymore. I don't have to take everything. I don't have to swallow everything hook, line, and sinker anymore. I have to now be careful with what I absorb from this guy, because it turns out, oh, this person, they got you too. You know how in 1984, when Winston Smith was arrested and put in jail, and then that his friend was also put in the same cell as him, and then his friend was like, Winston, they got you too, bro. That was how I felt when like I started seeing John Oliver for who he is. It's like, I was like, bro, so they got you too, man. I thought you had sense. Do you understand? I thought you had sense. I thought you were brilliant. For somebody who claims to be a journalist, bro. Also, same thing with Philip DeFranco. You people claim to be journalists, you people claim to be, defenders of the truth. Man, it's kind of crazy. And so I wasn't surprised when he started showing hints of his disdain for Donald Trump and then his support for Kamala Harris. I mean, he said it in his recent episode that he's going to actually vote for Kamala Harris. Again, for the reason of abortion. It's like, what is your problem with abortion? Okay, now you, what is your name? John Oliver. Are you trying to tell me that is the only thing that you care about? You don't understand you don't understand how imminent the threat of nuclear war is. You don't understand that people, as in Americans, can no longer survive. Like $500 for the average American now is like big money. Do you understand? People can no longer afford to like pay their bills. People can no longer afford to. I know that America has this consumerist culture where people will literally choose to go into debt just to afford the latest stuff. People will literally choose to go into. I saw this video of a woman that is paying off her car, a Hyundai, if I remember correctly, paying the car off I think it was like $500 a month. I cannot remember correctly, but it was just so it's just so outrageous and so illogical. It's like, do you know how long it's going to take you to pay off that car? So this is the culture in America. There's this rightfully weird, bad consumerist culture that they have, where people will like deliberately choose to go into debt to have the latest iPhone, to have fucking clothes that don't even last long, to have the latest shoes. Like, it's just kind of odd. So you now, John Oliver, you're telling me that you don't understand that this is the plight of the average not Nigerian, sorry. This is the plight of the average American? Is that what you're trying to make me understand? That you would rather let Kamala Harris be president of America than somebody who has already proven himself, not only himself, but the people he has chosen to surround himself with, to be very competent, to be more competent. Like, if you now, what is your name? John Oliver, can you name something as in tangible that Kamala Harris has done? I don't think you can. It doesn't make any sense for you to be on that side of history. It doesn't. So this is why my kind of respect for you has already dwindled. It's like, at this point now, it's zero. I no longer have any iota of respect for you. I no longer have any regard for you anymore. Like, this is somebody that as in John Oliver is somebody that I never miss any episode of Last Week Tonight. But today, because of Donald Trump, I don't want to. Another thing again is I don't want to feel like I am part of the cult, the MAGA cult. Because yes, let's call it what it is. It's the MAGA cult. Nobody is denying that. And I don't want to feel like I'm part of it. I'm trying to establish the fact that he's just the better candidate. He's not a perfect candidate though. He's just the better candidate. Like, there is nothing good that will come out of the Kamala Harris regime. There's absolutely nothing good that will come out of it. Another thing that I have to, one more side note. It's going to be weird, but it's going to be odd and kind of laughable and funny if, when Donald Trump wins, he doesn't deliver on all that he has promised. I mean, it's going to be weird, but I don't think that he's going to allow his reputation to go down the drain like that. I don't think he's going to allow, like, he has propped himself up as this person that's as this savior. I mean, he has always had this savior complex. Do you understand? So I don't think he's going to allow his reputation to just go down the drain like that. You know, just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, another person again that endorsed Kamala Harris. Just go away. Just go away. So yeah, this is where we are on John Oliver. So is another person that I no longer respect. The third person I want to talk about is somebody that has always been controversial to me personally. He's always somebody that I've never really trusted him. You understand? Because, like, I always, in my other episodes in my podcast, this is not a podcast, this is just me ranting. Like, I've always talked about how when I look people in the eyes, I can immediately tell if they are genuine, if they are fake, if they are liars, if they are, if they have ulterior motives, if they are kind of psychotic, if they are psychopaths, if they are sociopaths. I have this God-given ability, should I say, to be able to tell who somebody genuinely and secretly is and truthfully is actually by just looking them in the eyes. And so whenever I'm watching this guy's video and then I look him in the eyes, it's like there's no hints of there's no truth there. There's no trust. I cannot sense any trust from him. Yes, he says, the person I'm talking about actually is Johnny Harris. Yes, he says a lot of things that are on the surface level true. Do you understand? But he doesn't actually give you the whole truth. Many people have called him out on that a lot of times. He doesn't actually tell you. He'll just give you like hints and bits on pieces of truth here. He just sprinkle it here and there. But he will never tell you the underlying factor of it all. He will never tell you the entire truth. That's why ever since I knew him, like I never subscribed to his channel. I did once and then immediately I unsubscribed because it just didn't feel right to me. The only time the only time he resonated well with me was when he was talking about his experience on living Jehovah's Witness. That was the only time I kind of felt like I could relate to him properly. But aside that, I've never really like trusted the guy, because to me, he has never been this kind of person that goes all out on the truth. It always feels to be like he's always hiding something. It always feels to me it always feels to me like there's something more that he's not saying. That's just how I've always felt towards him. So imagine my surprise, or should I say my unsurprise? Is that even a word? When he made a video about Donald Trump, just basically bashing him. He made 2 videos, one for Donald Trump and one for Kamala Harris. Like when I was watching the video, I was like, of course, I don't expect anything less from Johnny Harris. Of course, he's going to be slithering. He's going to be, he's going to be a snake on the matter. He's not going to he's not going to give us the bold-faced truth. He's just going to be half-hazing it. That's just how I felt watching the entire video, and I was not surprised at all. It was expected. In fact, it was expected. And then he said that okay, he's going to do another one on Kamala Harris, and my guess was that I know exactly how it's going to go on the Kamala Harris video, and it went exactly that way. I was like, of course, this guy. You don't surprise me. You've always been this person, and then you're showing your hand now. You're showing your hand for somebody who claims to be a journalist. Do you understand? I don't even know what they call themselves. An investigative journalist. For someone who claims to be an investigative journalist, you don't seem to go all out on the investigation, my nigga. You don't. You don't at all. The Kamala Harris video, he was just hopping on certain things that it would make somebody who is not well versed on the matter not really question it. But then if you know who this guy really is, if you understand who he really is, and you understand his craft, and then you understand the political climate, the current American political climate today, you understand that this guy is full of crap. So when he made the Kamala Harris video, it went exceptionally as expected as I thought it would go. So yeah, for somebody who claims to be an investigative journalist, it's just sad that you'd rather choose to be somebody who feels comfortable lying, or should I say not saying the whole truth, than somebody who is brazen enough to take it head on, regardless of what comes after, regardless of what comes next. When I was watching the video, to me, it just sounded like, because his surname is Harris, it just sounded like Harris supporting Harris. It just sounded like Harris endorsing Harris. That was just what it sounded like to me. And so I was not surprised. I wasn't surprised at all of the outcome. It just confirmed to me who this guy really is. So first of all, I didn't really give him that much respect to begin with, but now there is no respect, as in at all again. Like nothing. There's nothing there to respect again, because he has already showed his hand. And there is nothing more to say about that. These are the people that to me I used to revere in the past. These 3 people I've called out today. I used to give them to me they were relevant. To me they were worth listening to. But these days it doesn't feel that way again. Now the fourth person I want to talk about today, the fourth and final person I want to talk about today, is not like I've never respected him in my life. Ever. I've never respected this guy in my life. The person I want to talk about is Destiny. I've never respected this guy. Americans, let me ask you a question. Why are you platforming this guy? Destiny? Why? What makes him relevant, or what makes him interesting that you give him your audience? Like, why are you people platforming Destiny? Destiny, this guy, hasn't it been established that people who paint their hair don't have sense? Like, what is so interesting about Destiny that Americans would sit down, like, would gather around and make videos? As in, why are you finding him interesting? What does he do for you, Destiny? It's not like he's intelligent. He's not intelligent. Anytime I look at this guy, anytime I happen to come across, like, peripherally, anytime I happen to come across the sound that comes out of his mouth, and maybe I am patient enough to just pay attention to for a few seconds, it always comes out this. I always ask myself, like, is your father your uncle? Destiny, let me ask you a question, guy. Is your father your uncle? Were you dropped when you were a baby? Were you dropped on your head? Like, are you, as in, he just comes off as an imbecile to me, Destiny. He just comes off as in, like, why do people give him attention? What does he say? What does he say ever? God, what does he say ever? Not sometimes, so, like, what does he say ever that makes he doesn't make any sense at all. Destiny, like, bro, Americans, listen, are you people mad? America, like, the whole general America, all of you, are you people mad? Are you people okay at all? Like, why is that you people platform? I know they say bad press is still press. Yes, I get that, but I would rather not have any press at all than have bad press. As in, that's just the kind of person I am. I would rather not have any attention at all than have bad attention. I don't even like it. So you now, all of you collectively, like, what are people seeing in Destiny? Like, why is he so appealing to you? Why is it that today you see him, like, debating a bunch of people? Tomorrow you see him debating Jordan Peterson. You see him debating Ben Shapiro. You see him debating all these intellectual people that are genuinely intellectual. Like, why do people think he's interesting? Why do people think he's intelligent? Why do people think he has something worth saying to say? Why are people giving him attention? Has it not been established that he's an imbecile? Like, even himself, from the way he dresses, from the head to toe, from the way he cuts his hair, from the way he shaves his beard, his mannerisms, the way he speaks, the way his gestures, like, hasn't it been established that this person literally does not have sense? He does not have sense. He does not, as in my language, you call it akonuchi. He does not have akonuchi. Sense, he does not. Like, nothing that he says, nothing that he does, like, is meaningful. He's not like he's a man. He's not a man. He's just like, he's a weakling. He's an incel. You understand? He's a pseudo intellectual. He does not even know what as in, most of the time, I doubt he knows what he's actually talking about. Because, do you understand that if America does not exist today, I mean, the rest of the world the rest of the world, when the rest of the world is in trouble, they run to America for solace. You Americans, do you people understand that America is the world's solace? Like, if there is civil unrest in any country ever in the world, where people tend to want to go to is America for solace. Anything that happens in America affects the rest of the world, both positively and negatively. But for the most part, we want it to be positive. Do you understand that if America does not exist today, there is nowhere else for people to run to? I'm not saying that I support illegal immigration. I don't support it at all. I don't even like it. It's kind of, I feel like it's the new weapon for World War III. Illegal immigration is World War III's new weapon of mass destruction. So this guy does not even understand what he's talking about. Because if America does not exist anymore, where you, Destiny, what are you going to do? It's not like you can hunt. You cannot hunt. There is no other job that you can do. There is no physical job that you can do. You fucking weakling. When I look at this guy, Destiny, he just comes off as in, you know how, like, bro, people should not. People should stop annoying me. What kind of nonsense is this one? You Americans, do you understand what is actually at stake? You America as a whole, do you understand what is actually at stake? Do you understand that you can lose your life, you can lose your freedom, you can lose your morals, you can lose your identity, you can lose your culture, you can lose your country, you can lose yourselves? What do you people want? Do you people, okay, now the average American, let me ask you a question. People that are in support of Kamala Harris and her minions, all these people I've called today, these people, they are millionaires. Fucking Philip DeFranco, John Oliver, Johnny Harris, Destiny. These people are rich people. They don't really understand the plight of the average American. They don't understand that food is expensive. They don't know what it means to be stopped by police. They don't know what it means to be looking over your shoulder in the night, hoping that you don't get attacked by an illegal immigrant. They don't know what it means to fucking have to like starve yourself to be able to pay rent. They don't know what it means. As in, they don't actually know how it feels to live every day in America. They're just talking heads. They're just people who have privilege and feel like, oh, they can use their privilege to do things that will make their empty lives feel a little bit better. They don't understand what it feels like to be, as in, even like, bro, everything in America is bad. The police, they're kind of strained and underfunded, and they're not properly trained. The educational system in America is that one is barbash now. It's dead. It's dead. Imagine fighting your teacher, your own teacher. Imagine fighting your teacher, bro. That cannot happen in Nigeria because the entire school will gather and beat you. It cannot happen there are things, see, sometimes I'm thankful for being in Nigerian because there are just some things that we just cannot do because we have common sense. I know that it's bad for us in Nigeria with our idiotic president, but in Nigeria, there's still that inherent morality in us, whereby we can, imagine fighting your own teacher, somebody that is trying to impact knowledge into you. I've seen a lot of videos where students are fighting their teachers. Like, imagine fighting your teacher. If that happens in Nigeria, everybody will gather and beat you. Do you understand? Like, everybody will come together collectively and table your fuck up. That is how fucked up America is. There is no respect. There is no morality. There is nothing good coming out of America anymore. You people don't produce anything again. You people don't, like, the only thing that people are obsessed with is abortion, is sexuality, is fucking pedophilia, is fucking bad movies, celebrity worship. Like, are you people okay at all? Americans, are you people okay at all? Is this how you want to continue your lives? You that you're supporting Kamala Harris, are you okay with the price of food? Are you okay with the price of rent? Are you okay with the looming attack or the impending doom that is World War III? Have you made your peace with that? You that you're an American, are you okay with that? That is the question I want to ask you directly now. Are you fine with the fact that, because all these celebrities, most of them have like double passports. They can travel, they can run away. They are all these rich people. They have bunkers that they can hide in. What do you have? You don't have anything, and you're supporting Kamala Harris. Your concern is abortion. That is the height of your consciousness. Abortion. If Kamala Harris wins, let me make this point again. I'm not an American, and I am not even in America. America is not the 10th place I would like to go to. It's not, because things I see online, bro, scares the fuck out of me. Whereby I cannot see myself going to America, even if I have the money. Imagine, like, just people just dying anyhow. There's no value for life in America anymore. People think that if they shoot somebody, that if they get shot, they will respawn, like it's a video game or something. There's no value for life. They just shoot anyhow, they just kill anyhow, without any remorse, without any second thought. Nothing. So that is not the kind of your food is bad. Your food is like objectively bad. Your healthcare system is poor. Your educational system is bad. your government is corrupt and also kind of fucking up my own country also, because your government, your CIA installed our current president. I'm not going to call him my president because he was installed, and then he's fucking up our economy that was projected to be at an all-time high by 2025, when our currency now is now the fourth worst currency in the world. That's what the CIA is doing. They want to take away your human rights. They want to take away your freedom. They want to take away your humanity. And you want Kamala Harris, and you're supporting Kamala Harris. Are you mad? Like, are you actually, in every sense of the word, mad? Have sense. That is where I want to stop today. Have sense. Have sense. That is all I can say. Dear America, or dear Americans, dear average American listening to this, have sense. Because if you don't have sense, you're finished. You're finished. Your children are just fucking idiots. It's not even like they are in their age of defiance, where, like, for example, like when we were young, we had this period where we're in our age of defiance, where we're like kind of like assholes and stuff like that. That is not even what it is. It's just that they're just right out dumb and stupid and disrespectful and immoral. That's what it is right now in America. There is something that I've noticed. I don't know of any black person in America that doesn't have a tattoo. Do you understand? Like, I don't know of any black person in America that doesn't, like, is there any like the most average black person in America? Is there anyone that doesn't have a tattoo? So this is the state of America right now. And if you want things to continue to be worse for yourselves, then please, by all means, vote for Kamala Harris. Who cares? All of us are going to die. So yeah, that's all I have. That's all I can think of saying today. Today is the 5th, so go out and vote wisely. Vote for, like, there is this saying, I don't even know how the saying goes, but it's something akin to, we should care for our children more than we hate ourselves. So make of that what you wish. That's all I have for today. Follow me on Twitter at GeneralPrime1. If you found this video informative and interesting, please subscribe if you want to see more like this. This is just something that I, out of the blue, just decided to do and thought it would be cool to do. So let's see how it goes. So subscribe, share the video, leave a comment and all of that jazz. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Bye, everybody.